What's up everybody, it's Man of Low Moral Fiber here. My name's Luke, and in this video we're going to be continuing my Overpower Level 8 Sniper Zer0 playthrough. I'm coming here to the Hunter's Grotto because we are going to be starting the third campaign DLC in this episode. We've already made it through the first two campaign DLCs, one of which is really awesome, and the second of which, Mr. Torgue's Campaign of Carnage, is absolutely terrible. Now we're coming here to Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt. And this DLC gets a lot of unwarranted hate, in my opinion. I actually kind of like this DLC. Even though I've never played through it before with Sniper Zer0, I expect it to be kind of fun. We'll see how it goes. There is a lot of good gear in this DLC, including the Twister, the Rough Rider, and more. And this DLC is pretty unique as far as gameplay environments go. There are quite a few new enemies and gameplay scenarios that you don't run across anywhere else in the game. So we're going to get started here and see how we do. The first thing we have to do, if I recall correctly, is go meet Sir Hammerlock, and he's going to be in a cave. Now, one thing that is kind of irritating about this immediately is that they make you walk all the way across this map, and that seems, I'm not going to lie, a little bit strange. And that's one of my main complaints with this DLC. I just don't understand why they made this map so difficult to navigate, but I would much rather walk across this map than step foot into the beatdown at all. So ordinarily, after you've got the deal started, you would be able to get a catch-a-ride boat from right there and kind of scoot on over to Sir Hammerlock, but he has not yet enabled the catch-a-ride stations here, or catch-a-boat stations, I don't know what you'd call them, and because of that, we can't really scoot over there quite yet. Can I not go this way? I can't go this way. So, it's been a long time since I've been to this DLC, and we'll see if, it is more or less fun than the Torgue DLC ended up being. And the Torgue DLC ended up being pretty close to zero fun. So, we'll get started here. One thing that we will need to concentrate on is our ability to kill witch doctors. And it will be interesting to see how that goes, because witch doctors will level up these guys. And I think I've tested before where basically if they level up too much because they're already gaining that level or overpower level 8 damage reduction, you pretty much can't kill them if they level up too high. But we were able to kill that witch doctor fairly quickly there. So diseased witch doctors aren't the toughest of witch doctors, but it's nice to know that they only take a few Pimpernel shots to kill at overpower level 8. So that's pretty good stuff. Looks like these savage triggermen are, or at least were, trying to follow me. I guess they've kind of quit that. So, we'll go and find Sir Hammerlock pretty quickly here. He's going to be right around this corner. So, we will find him and talk to him. And after that, we will go clear out the Hunter's Lodge. So, we've made it to Hammerlock's camp here. And Hammerlock's a character that I kind of like a little bit more than some people. He has that really shitty gun on his back, the elephant gun. I made a video, most disappointing weapon in the game, and some people told me, oh, you just don't know how to use the elephant gun. Are people fucking stupid? The elephant gun is trash. You're just trying to run and gun with it. Even if you play extremely slowly and cautiously with it, it's still inferior to just about every other fucking sniper rifle in the game. But whatever. If people want to think that the elephant gun is, good or whatever, they can do that. It's just, that's really stupid. Anywho, we'll pick up this I Like My Monsters Rare quest as soon as it becomes available for us to pick up. Because he just kind of sits here like a pussy. Because if you pick it up, like, immediately, it won't be that bad to actually finish that quest. Another thing that I'm not a huge fan of in this DLC is that some of these guys wear masks that actually block their critical hits, and that's a little bit weird. It just seems directly hurting sniper rifles more than any other type of weapon, which I'm not a huge fan of, obviously, since we're going to be playing Sniper Zer0, but it just means we're going to be using the Pimpernel more than anything else. So here we got another witch doctor. We'll need to kill this witch doctor ASAP. And we were able to kill him before too awful long, so that went pretty well. Sir Hammerlock's trying to do something right now with the elephant gun. He's not going to be able to accomplish jack shit with that piece of shit, but whatever. Alright, so we'll just continue to kill these guys. Eventually we will get to some more gun-oriented enemies in here, but at that point in time we'll kill them as well. Now, these guys don't appear to wear masks, so we can actually kill them with the Lyuda, which is nice. It's just these warriors that seem to wear masks, and that makes them a lot harder than your traditional running type enemy, or melee type enemy for certain. Alright, so I guess we got one more guy in here. Excellent. So the Lead Storm is another really great weapon from this DLC. Obviously the Infection is trash, and the Breath of the Cerith is trash, but whatever. I was thinking, you know, since my most disappointing weapon in the game went pretty well, I was going to do a most surprising weapon in the game soon. And in my mind, there were only really two. I thought about this earlier today, thinking about when I would make this video and what I was going to make it on. There are only two real candidates in that particular category for me. One of them I'm actually holding at this particular moment, and the other one, you guys could probably figure it out if you thought hard enough on it, and that's probably the one that I will say is the most surprising weapon in the game. It's a weapon that came pretty late in Borderlands 2's lifespan, so if you managed to guess that, kudos to you. I'm going to buy a little bit of ammo before we go down there and fight the boat creatures, or boat friends. We'll just have to fight several dudes down here. If I remember correctly, there isn't a ton of cover down here, so it'll probably be something we want to take out pretty, or at least have ammo for, and try to take these guys out pretty quickly. I'm unsure if they spawn witch doctors here, or if it's just kind of triggermen and stuff. If witch doctors do spawn, we need to concentrate on them before they level up the other enemies. This is a classically hated mechanic here in video games, when you're supposed to be following a character who's much slower than you. I don't know exactly when game developers will pull their heads out of their asses. It's not just Gearbox that does this. Literally, nearly every game developer does this, and it's literally one of the shittiest mechanics in video game history. I don't quite understand why they would do that. I can't think of any particular reason for it. Why not give the guy scalable speed? If you're running alongside him, he should run exactly as fast as you. And if you fall behind him a little bit, he should slow down a little bit. I can't imagine that would be too hard to program, but I don't know. You know, I'm no expert, so. Go. It's a very weird mechanic, and it's bothered me in literally every game that I've come across that has it. I've truly never understood it. Whoa, okay, so the boats have damage over time. That is pretty stupid. Hopefully there aren't too many more boats that come around. If there are, we'll try to kill them. So they also have these harpoon dudes who kind of slow you down and stuff. And so those guys aren't really going to be our favorite enemies either. But they're kind of a copy of the anchor, or not anchormen, the deep sea fishermen or whatever they're called from the first DLC. So this guy's trying to level people up here. We need to kill him. So he did level these guys up, and so now they are skilled. And they level up over and over until they become like animal or something like that. And once they're animal, they are very hard to kill. So we'll try to avoid that happening to us too awful often here. But yeah, so it's going to be a pretty Pimpernel heavy DLC because they do wear face masks, which isn't something I quite understand. And like I said, seems to specifically target snipers more than any other particular weapon type. But, you know, it's not a huge deal. So here's a badass savage. We'll go ahead and kill him. I think there may be another witch doctor up here. Or I might just be seeing all those dudes spawning in and stuff. Thought he was going to take one more step, but he did not. Excellent. So if we can kill all of these harpoon dudes, the gun guys aren't really giving me as much trouble. But I guess we'll kill them as well. Excellent. So the harpoon guys, they don't have a very fast fire rate, or I don't know what you'd call that, throw rate, and that helps us out quite a bit. So we've got another witch doctor over here. This is an electrified witch doctor. These are actually the toughest of all of the witch doctors, but I think if we take them out at range, we will be able to avoid most of their nonsense. Excellent. So we got him killed, which is good. And now I think that's all the witch doctors will have to face. Hopefully. It may not be. But we're working through these guys fairly well. Got a couple skilled triggermen back here. We'll go ahead and kill this guy since he's closer to us. Definitely a good thing that we bought ammo. Excellent. That was a smart move on the slag guy to back up and try to hide behind the other guy, but he didn't quite make it, so good for him. Excellent, so I guess that's that.
Something's wrong here, Vault Hunter. Who is that horribly overdramatic so-and-so who sicked those savages on us? I finished repairing the catcher boat.
Grab a dinghy and get going.
Alright, so when we talk to Sir Hammerlock here, we can pick up an acquired taste. This is one of the side quests. We'll go ahead and pick it up. But we also need to go pick up the I Like My Monsters rare quest, which isn't going to be too far back here. It's just at this bounty board. But this is one of the quests that you should definitely pick up before progressing forward in the DLC, because you have to find several rare creatures. Maybe a little bit more than several, probably like a couple dozen rare creatures, and you will find them along your journey and stuff, and it does lead to a fairly cool reward. But you need to, you know, start it like right away so that hopefully you don't miss that objective, you know, when you do come across a slagged spore or a three-legged drifter or a pink, what are they called, borak or something? I don't know. It's just something you're going to want to have. So, we'll get ready for this. Here comes Sir Hammerlock. Neat. So, let's make sure this quest is started. And we also need to pick up drifter eggs right now as well. If I remember correctly, Arizona is not the most enjoyable of bosses to fight. So it looks like these guys are getting leveled up over here. There must be a witch doctor about. It'll be interesting to see. They are called Boraks, okay. And then we also have to kill tailless scallions, two-legged drifters. I said three. See if we can't slag that guy for him. There we go. Now that he is slagged, we'll see if we can't kill him. Yeah, so we got to find all those rare monsters. Unfortunately, I did just receive a page, meaning I am going to need to go into work, like, very soon. And I would like to be able to continue this a little bit longer because this is a very short episode currently. But I am on call at the moment. Is there any we can do? We can probably do acquired taste. It's not too far, is it? I think I can do this one. So, go to layer. The layer's back here, if I remember correctly. So we'll head that way. Swamp Drifter right here. We can go ahead and get it nice and slagged, and then knock it out. Excellent. So I did buy ammo, so that was good of me, and we'll go to this layer here, and we'll kill this first guy. Now, there is kind of an interesting mechanic for these monsters that you kill in these situations that do go ahead and actually drop. I'm just going to kind of sneak by these guys because I'm kind of in a hurry at the moment, but I am not going to miss that egg. There's these monsters that are involved with these quests that we do, and they have a chance to drop the unique items from the DLC and stuff. And that is a pretty interesting mechanic that I'm actually kind of a fan of. It gives you an opportunity to get multiple of these items, whereas you would only have one chance to get a kitten, per se. And it's actually kind of neat. It's not the coolest thing in the world because some of these weapons, like the Rex and the elephant gun and the damned cowboy, are all really, really terrible. But all the Sir Hammerlock weapons are really bad. But by the same token, it is a cool mechanic. So that's kind of neat. We'll go out here, and I think we meet our first Boroks in this area. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. And so it's been a while since I fought them. We'll see how it goes. Grab that egg there. And we will look in here. So, Ultimate Badass Corrosive Borok. That's not something that I'm a huge fan of, just by its name. These are more or less the Skags of the DLC, I would say. But they are different, and they move different, and we'll begin to kill them. They still do kind of the roar thing and whatnot. So, ooh, ironclads. I'll go ahead and throw on a corrosive to deal with the ironclad.
Preparing to strike.
Guess a couple of them had kind of got interlocked there for boar, so that worked out well for us. Now, these spores can be kind of annoying. We'll kill them. And then they release little things, and we can kill the little things as well. I just don't want those coming down and putting a evil on us. There we go. Alright, so it looks like there's an egg or two over here. I'll just swing by and pick it up if there is. Oh, that's actually not. Oh, but that is. So, that's good. And we'll just collect all these eggs. We will eventually need to go kill Arizona. Like I said, if I remember correctly, Arizona is an irritating boss that does cause fire damage over time. But, all things considered, it could be worse. So they're big on these ultimate badass Boroks. Let's see if I can't kill this one with slag. Got close. That's good. Thought I saw an ironclad. There we go. Excellent. Haven't yet found a rare one, but we will have plenty of opportunities to kill these things, so I'm sure eventually we will find a rare one. There will be some savages and such for us to take out before we get too far up here, so we'll begin looking for that. The DLC is pretty, at least. I kind of like that. Uh-oh. Alright. Little ambush there. Didn't end up being too bad. Here's a shock spore. These things are liable to kill me, so I will kill it before it kills us, hopefully. These shock balls it shoots will come out to us, and then obviously these things will fly near us, and we don't want that, so we'll kill that. Neato. That's kind of weird. So, our Borok that we're going to need to lure out, he's going to be over here. So I think that is one of our rare ones there. So we already killed one rare one, and that's good. Nice. Couple more eggs over here. Well, I really don't need this many corrosive ones to come out, but so be it. I guess you know, kind of like skags, you do eventually find quite a few elemental variants of those. So I know that if I recall correctly, there will be a volunteer for our human sacrifice right over here. Savage Warrior is the running type, so that's kind of exactly what we need. Hopefully that electrified witch doctor over there isn't going to cause us too many issues. He looks like he's coming this way. I'm sure he eventually stops spinning. So we'll throw our decoy up there, and then we'll kill this guy. So that's good. So now, what? I found a volunteer. I thought I performed the human sacrifice. Excellent, there we go. So now our dude will come out, and we'll begin to kill it.
You've had your last taste of human flesh, fiend. Wonderful, simply wonderful. Come on back, please.
Alright, so that's kind of coolish. He did not drop, I think it's the Rex is what he drops, but he did not drop it in this case. We'll kill these badasses real quick, and then we'll go turn this quest in. And then unfortunately I do have to go, but we will continue this quest at a, you know, later point in time. So we're going to begin to slag this electrified witch doctor. This nonsense that they do is irritating, but turns out it's easier to kill it when it's in that mode than it is with Melee Zero as Sniper Zero. So that's somewhat interesting, because I know that that spinny thing as Melee Zero has always kind of irritated me. So that's kind of cool that I'm actually able to kill those guys with the Pimpernel somewhat easily while they're in their spinny mode. I did not expect that, because I think I had tried meleeing them before with poor results. So to turn this back in, we will go over there. The whole little ammo and chest things in this area are kind of neat as well. Another egg for us to pick up down here, so we'll pick it up. I'm not going to concentrate really on doing the Arizona quest. It will be kind of like the I Like My Monsters Rare quest, where we do just kind of pick up the eggs as we go. So we'll pop that, or pick that up, and then we will move forward, and we will eventually turn this in. This is another one of those somewhat weird scenarios where, wow, a lot of electrified witch doctors in this episode, where one of the side quest, you know, talking echo guys is someone you never meet, and I've always found that to be a little bit strange as a mechanic, but, you know, whatever. Now that the witch doctor's gone, these guys really don't pose too much of a threat. I can kill that one there because he's the one with the most ranged potential, and this one here, I guess, since he's close enough to us, we'll kill him as well. And then, you know, we will eventually work through other parts of this DLC. If I remember correctly, kunai kind of do a surprising amount of damage to these guys if you manage to actually hit them in their little critical spot. And that's always kind of funny. And the kunai, because they have the explosion radius, if you actually put them on target, you don't have to get them like actually on the bubbles, just kind of near it, because kunai explode end up doing a significant amount of damage to those drifters, which is kind of cool. So we'll head in here and we'll turn this quest in. So getting pretty close to the end of this episode, since I do unfortunately have to go into work at 11 p.m. right now, but that's the way it is sometimes when you have a job such as I. So not a huge deal, but you know, something. We'll go ahead and turn this quest in though. Alright, so as always guys, I do thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And, you know, like I said, thank you very much for watching. We're going to be going through this DLC here in the next few installments of this particular series, but I am going to try to get out a few more other different types of episodes before too long as well. If you have not yet taken the time to subscribe, please do so. I'd appreciate that. Otherwise, I do hope to catch you next time. Bye, guys.